It is another week. We are off the rails this time. There's no... We're starting. Pure starting from scratch with not a topic in sight, but that has never stopped us before. Welcome to Brothering Around, episode number 42. I'm Wes Gardner, Kami the Hobo himself. Over there, we got the luchador, the myth, the legend, Mr. Marco Flores.
Where we're going, there are no roads.
You're gonna pay for the whole seat, but you only need the edge. And
oh God!
Yeah. I just need garbage for our fuel. The good garbage.
The good garbage. That high quality, delectable garbage.
Yeah.
We got Mr. Todd EVF in the house.
What's going on?
And we got more.
We just did a show.
Yeah, yeah. You guys literally just did one, right?
No, well, just with the banter before we actually hit record.
Yeah, that's true. In our Discord channel, it's a mess.
It's 41, 41 and a half. Like, you guys missed a great show.
A nice talk about William Regal and Tajiri. Some
Knuckle Dusters.
Yeah, some Time Splitters action, all kinds of stuff. And then we got Moriarty.
Hello.
How are you? Heard you were slightly tipsy. Is that still the case?
A little bit.
Good.
It's wearing off.
Oh no, that we got to just
toasty.
Yeah, a little warm and fuzzes. It's fine.
Yeah. Fun times.
Oh man. So we kind of maybe sort of have an idea of what to do. Before we get into that, I gotta say, the latest episode of Brothering Around actually got comments on the YouTube, and I think it's from Marco's dank underground seedy shit that he's doing.
Dirty groups.
That's right, the dirty
groups.
But they got some good ideas. Here's the thing, though. They're legit, this isn't a bot, I crave this content. It's more like, they were like, you know what? This show is great. I listened to the whole thing. You know what you guys need. And I've thought about this, too. And I'm going to put this idea past you guys live. Get some live feedback for the audience. Webcams. Set it up there's a few shows on Twitch, like Dropped Frames is a big one every week, to where you get, 4 streamers, and each of them have a little box. Marco and I, you and I did one. Oh God, this was it a power hour?
We did a few shows.
Before it was called Brothering Around.
Yeah,
we called it, it was sort of a pre-Brothering Around. And it was Power Hour. We did one wrestle cast, and then we did another one on something we did
friending around first.
Yeah, exactly right.
Before we brothered around.
That's right. We dabbled. We dipped the toe in the brothering.
We dabbled. Yeah.
But and I've thought about that too, because we all at least make content, and even if we don't have live webcams going, at least some sort of image representation or something going, and that way the YouTube crew could get a little sneak peek or see some additional incentive to do the YouTube archive, even if they already got it going to their iTunes, which you should, by the way, because it is on iTunes. We're everywhere. Wherever you want to be, we're there. We're even on that Audible.
There you go.
That Audible.
Audibletrial.com/brothering around.
That's right. With over, 180,000 audiobooks?
180,000.
You get one for free. That's all I'm saying. Sign up, use
and
that.
You can keep it forever.
You can. There's no takesy backsies. They're not gonna. Well, I don't know. Now Amazon has that thing to where people can deliver shit into your house. They could just.
I saw that earlier, and that is creepy as fuck. I'm not giving some random dude the key to my house, so he could put shit in my house. Yeah. No,
we'll just set it up for you. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there. That's fine.
I bought a DVD. I don't need to set up a DVD.
No.
Why am I have popcorn?
They're gonna partner up with Geek Squad and try to sell you.
Yeah.
Oh, we can install this. It's a step ladder. We don't need to install. No, we'll send a crew out there with a van and we'll install that for you. That's not what this is.
My house.
Yeah.
Home Alone.
When I worked in sales, you won't believe half the shit that had installs on it, and it's not oh, well, it'll be like a $30 install. These are like $120 to $200 installs for things that were just like, why? Like install like a countertop microwave, not like an underhang. Like just when you set on the counter was like $120, and it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Exactly.
My head hurts. I can't. I don't. What?
Yep.
You could always see.
And then they'd be like, "Why aren't you selling the installs?"
Yeah, it's like, sir, it's a door. It's a doorknob. It's kind of installs itself a little bit. But yeah, well, and I always like the protection plans you can buy that cost more than the item. It's it's like, yo, you're getting this $3 DVD. This $3 DVD's on a real good sale. Would you like the $18.99 3-year protection plan? No, I'll buy fucking 5 copies of this $3 DVD. Thanks. Like that's what I'll do. Yeah. For the same thing, and I'll hang some on my wall. I'll mount some of them, and then I'll keep
turn it into art.
Yeah, well, you know those like bead doorways, the ones that are made out of beads.
Yes. It'll just be the discs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like our old.
No, that's what you use. Those old like AOL discs you got in the mail.
I was thinking AOL discs.
That's right. Hey, but we can install that for you for $39.99.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we'll hook you up.
It's like the neck basket.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. So whenever I wasn't just like whistling Dixie. By the way, I'm really glad I got to say I'm not just whistling Dixie just then. But I did not just whistle Dixie in regards to like
add that to the score.
We did, yes. Like ring it up, bartender. So we have no real topics. We kind of have rumblings of a topic, I think, with the whole Twitch stuff, what Twitch is going to be doing, and then also Destiny 2 and Bungie doing some shenanigans.
Yeah. Or why don't you check NeoGaf for some topics?
Yeah, why don't we check? Oh, that's weird. This is a weird like pedophile board now. Thank fucking God I avoided that dumpster fire.
It's under maintenance, apparently.
Like, NeoGaf was good for 2 things. 1, to know what website to block. And 2, like, because leaks. And then you would hear those on Twitter anyway, once Twitter became a thing.
Yeah.
So then it was like...
But they got all their stuff from Reddit, so...
Yeah, exactly. Which got it from 4chan, which fucking... yeah. So it's all shenanigans. But yeah, fuck that place. Like, NeoGaf was... I'm going to be the real hot take master. I'm going to say NeoGaf always fucking sucked. Surprise, surprise.
Oh,
it did, man, because here's the deal. And I used to be like this, so I'm a pot calling the kettle black right here. But NeoGaf was filled with very hoity-toity, like, self-important, self-aggrandized, like, instead of just having wine in their cup that they're, like, swirling around and sniffing, it's like Mountain Dew Code Red. And they're like, yes, let me discuss my anime, Like, all this very... Well, I told Charlton that he could take the Bentley and I could take the Jag. And it was like that.
That's I enjoyed it in my yellow 5.
Yeah, but for fucking nerds. And it's like, come on, man. Like, get over yourself. But that's my argument about NeoGaf. Like, I thought it was just filled to the brim with, like, self-important, I was like, don't get me into that. Like, I dabbled in that a little bit. I wrote some stuff freelance, and I was like, let me get into this. But then, no, I started seeing myself going down that path, and I was like, really? I'm going to be the taste maker of, like, well, this anime pillow is the one that you could really sleep with and have an extraordinary experience. Like, oh, man. You know, it's like, fuck all that.
Oh, dude, you just gave me an idea for a video series.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
And then I'll rip it off.
And then Todd will react.
Great.
No, I won't even react, but I'll just kind of copy the same format because that's apparently what I do.
Or make a GIF where you're just, Yano shrugging, and then I'll just put it in my video. And every time something happens, Todd will shrug.
Or just do it really subtle that each time you're reviewing one of them, like, you review one of Marco's videos, but then the next video you have the pillow he reviewed in the previous, like, you're holding it next to you. Like,
wait, how did you have that?
Yeah, like all this sort of like inside baseball stuff where it's like, oh, there's a continuity. Like I have to follow the continuity. Oh, that'd be great.
Are you using Amazon Key?
you they just delivered it right to my bedroom. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I was still in bed and they were just like, wait.
Next to the anime pillow.
Todd, I have your pillow here. Hey, man. Hey, bud. No, it's fine. Here it is.
You look a little uncomfortable. Here you go. And then they put their hand out for a tip, and I'm just like, no. No.
It's either tip or chloroform cloth.
Right.
Oh, God.
We brought you your pillow, man.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, they come in with a gas mask, old boy style.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck! What's going on?
Yeah.
I would reenact that long shot with just me and a bunch of delivery guys trying to deliver shit to the house with Amazon Key.
You just
always seen Amazon delivery guys.
Yeah,
just going into people's doors.
And I mean, they're just kind of like filing in, and I'm just there with the claw hammer, just doing what I got to do. And it's.
I love this lore we're making.
It's fantastic. But this is a genius.
I'm really glad you guys are joining to this new episode, new commenters.
Yeah, this is the one to start with. Out of all the brothering arounds, this is the one right here. Oh, man.
I mean, I'm actually contemplating doing reboxing videos.
Oh, shit. Put it back in the box.
Got this item. Put that in the box and close and shut.
I'll do the unboxing and then I'll do a reboxing video. The same thing. It's just like I'm going over the same stuff, but I'm putting it back in the way it came.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, they gave me this towel that's going at the bottom of the box, and
you give it to somebody you just don't like.
I mean, it's
former boss or something.
There's so many people doing unboxings. Mm-hmm. I mean, I mean, when it comes to any of the stuff that we do, there's so many other people doing it.
Oh yeah,
and it's great. But you got to carve out your little niche and have fun with it. And me, I like making the most drab fucking content I can.
You read EULAs, dude. You don't think you're the only one, man.
Yeah. I mean, I read the EULAs so people don't have to. I mean, that's just the way it is, you know? But
it's like, you guys know Rocko's Modern Life, right? There's a genius episode of Rocko's Modern Life where I think Ed Bighead's son, like the neighbor, his son is like some awesome cartoon producer, and he has to make cartoons, but he hates his job. He doesn't want to work for the company anymore. So he starts thinking of the worst ideas that he could possibly put on the air. But then they end up becoming like the best memes, where he's like, I'm just gonna, what was it called? Like Deli Time or something? And it was like cheese and salami and something else. And he's like, I know, I'll just put a 15-minute long shot of a jar of mayonnaise with music behind it. And that's all it is. It doesn't do anything. It's just mayonnaise. And they air it, and it becomes like the smash sensation of the summer. And they're like, the mayonnaise, it was a genius episode. And he's like, no, I'm like making shit. And you guys like keep thinking it's awesome. I think that's what's going to happen with your content, Todd. You're going to go out of your way, and you're going to be like, there's no possible way anyone's going to like any of this. And then you're going to get all the comments like,
copyright strikes.
Dude, copyright strikes. But then you'll get like invited to Twitch and you'll present something at like the Video Game Awards.
Influencer.
Yeah, oh yeah, like, this is your thing. You and Jeff Keighley are fucking like
Dorito Mountain Dew
Mountain Dew and pounding down Doritos. Yeah. And he's just like, no, you're doing it wrong. And he just kind of cuts me off a line of them. And he's just like, you got to do them this way.
Yeah, Jesus. No, we got this nacho cheese. Just
you're messing with the nacho cheese? No. You need the sweet and spicy. The sweet and spicy is where it's at. It gets you to places you've never been before.
This one even is written in another language, man. So you know this is top tier shit.
Yeah, you're right. Jeez.
This one's a silver bag. It doesn't even tell you what the flavor is. Do you remember when Doritos would do that? They would put out like
the mystery bag.
Yeah, the mystery bags.
Fucking horrible.
It was always bad. It was like root beer Doritos, and you're like, what?
Oh.
Yeah, just fucking tragedies. And
have you guys seen the? Whoops, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Go on. Have you seen the mystery Oreos that they have?
I've been seeing that around. I'm like, I don't know.
Kind of want to try it out of morbid curiosity.
Don't they have a cookies and cream Oreo, which makes me laugh? because isn't that what an Oreo is? It's like right. You don't need cookies. I
love cookies and cream. Yeah, that is my jam.
So, what is like the weirdest Oreo you guys have had?
I know they made birthday cake, but that was pretty good.
I love those.
Birthday cake's my jam there.
Yeah, yes. Those are good.
High five.
I never get out of the way of weird. So like, if I get a bag of the mystery, that would probably be it.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had so many weird fucking flavors. It's. Mm-hmm. I mean, they've had different ice cream flavor ones. They had the birthday cake, cookie dough. Like
that might.
I mean, I guess that could work.
Cookie. Yeah.
I mean, this one I would try marshmallow crispy Oreo.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Yes.
Oh,
you guys are just giving me video ideas right now.
Yeah. Just jot all these down and have a notepad next to the computer and be like, yes, I'm doing that one. I'm doing this one. So, okay, here's the real talk. And here's where we're going to start getting people in the comments, because I want people in the comments. What's your favorite type of traditional Oreo? The black cookie or the yellow cookie?
The golden one.
The golden Oreos or your old school Oreos?
Some shit?
Yeah, we're going to start. These are fighting words right here, because I know what mine are. But I gotta let you guys go. Yeah, I gotta let you guys go first, because I know which ones I would pick. Desert Island, you can only pick one type of traditional Oreo, whether it's the old original or it's golden Oreo. Like no special flavors and no other stuff like that. Just the two standards. Which one do you go with?
I gotta go with the original. I mean, but after you eat like a whole bag, you look like a coal miner.
You're like, like that weird like cookie mouth where you're like,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I go original. Golden, like it doesn't taste like significant enough.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm going the same way with that, because the golden Oreos, while they are good, they don't hold a candle to the original. So
yeah,
right. And Moriarty, where are you falling on the scale?
I'm gonna be different and go with the golden Oreo.
I'm going with golden Oreo too. Oreo. It's a half and half split. Because here's the deal.
Half and half?
Because what my cheat meals and stuff, whenever I was really doing the bodybuilding thing, I would always be like, okay, I'm gonna get a sleeve of cookies. And like every other cookie I got tired of after a while. I was like, here's a sugar spike, whatever, insulin, all that good stuff. But I needed, like, golden Oreos were the ones, for some reason, I never got tired of. Like, if someone bought me a bag of them, I could just eat them all right now anyway. It's like, I don't know what it is. I think they are a little less intense than the original Oreo.
Yeah.
But that might be why I could eat more of them. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's something to that.
So it's like balance. I can't say balance. Balance stats.
Yeah, right. It's not Oreos. Great at anything. It's the traditional
even keel.
Yeah, you got 55s and 60s, out of 100. But everything's 55 to 60. Everything is right around there. You can adapt, right?
There you go.
Jack of all trades. There you go. That's it.
I don't mind having gold once in a while, just to switch it up. Oh, what the heck is that? Fruit punch.
Nope.
Okay, so the weirdest Oreo I've ever had, they came out with the Swedish Fish Oreo like a year ago or so.
Oh, God.
It was really interesting.
Really?
Like, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't the best.
Mm-hmm.
It was different.
So when I think Swedish Fish, I think of how, like, chewy they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of because, I guess the flavor is pretty distinct, too. It's almost like a weird Jolly Gummy Rancher thing, like a weird hybrid thing. So does it taste just like Oreo with food coloring in it, or is it more like
there's like a slight I would assume whatever the hell Swedish Fish is flavored with, right. It's that kind of flavoring.
Gotcha.
But like what got me most was like the smell, because it actually smelled exactly like Swedish Fish.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was really strange.
That's weird because it's a very
it would throw me off because I thought I had Swedish fish in my room. It's like, oh no, I just have the Oreos. Fuck.
Yeah, it's like Swedish fish, and I might be misremembering because it's been years and years, but like it's almost like if you took one of those jumbo size gummy bears and just like kept it in the sun for a few days. It's like a weird. I mean, yeah, it's bizarre. It's like it smells sticky, if that makes sense. Like it has a very direct, like it definitely tastes like what it smells like. Like those two things go hand in hand. Because there's a lot of things you're like, this smells pretty good, and then you taste it and you're like, holy shit, what happened? But then this is one of those that it matches pretty well, you know.
Dang. Yeah, the weirdest one I taste. And it's not even that weird as the lemon one, but it just threw me off.
Weird, yeah.
Yeah, it just throws me off. It's
I don't know if
I still have yet to go like basic white girl and try the pumpkin one.
Okay.
I think my wife tried them. I think she enjoyed it.
Let's see. So Marco, is Rose very like, hey, it's autumn now, we got to do pumpkin spice stuff? Like, is she very tis the season type
she's
stuff?
She's not very that, really? But it's just when we're feeling like we want like some sort of junk food, and she's not very big on birthday cake Oreos like myself. So it's like like if it's something different, then she'll give it a try, and she happened to like the pumpkin spice one. So it was a weird coincidence, but she's not like, oh my goodness, you gotta, it's September or whatever, pumpkin spice this, pumpkin spice that, or October now,
right? I don't know why I just thought about this, but did you have her try pumpkin spice Oreos because you felt guilty eating all the birthday cake Oreos, and you're like, we got to get you on something. Like, if I'm gonna be doing the deed, like I got to give you a deed to do as well, because that feels like married life. Like, if I feel guilty about something, I'm just gonna make my wife do a thing that's similar, and then that way I don't feel as bad.
Find the gateway thing.
That's right, absolutely. Like
the equal guilt.
Yes, yeah. You have to share it. You're like, oh, I feel kind of ashamed, but then you're like, but they do it too. Ha ha! I don't feel bad at all. Yeah. Like,
actually, with the birthday cake, no, because we got it for us, right? But she doesn't really like it as much as I do. So okay, well, I'll just eat more, and more became the whole box. And then she's like, you ate the whole box already? I was like, yeah, you don't like it as much.
It's like, what? Don't judge me.
Shaking her head. Yeah, shaking her head like, whatever. I was like, what?
The cookies are meant to be eaten. You gotta eat them.
Exactly. Waffles and syrup.
I'd try it. Just for the novelty.
That looks like a sunny side up egg, though.
Yeah, it's true.
I'd imagine it'd be like the chicken and waffles chips that they came out with.
Oh yeah.
However long ago, those were interesting.
And they have those crackers called chicken biscuits or something.
Oh, chicken and biscuit?
Yeah.
I love those.
Yeah, those are pretty good. It's almost
is this our first food podcast?
This might be. This might be the food cast.
This might be our
Welcome.
Okay. All right.
Mississippi.
So what the hell does firework taste like? Is it burning?
Firework.
Oh, it's got like pop rocks in it.
Yeah.
Oh, for a second I thought it was like sulfur.
Yeah, maybe so. It's good for you.
It tastes like Kota Ibushi smells.
They just put liquid. They put liquid smoke in the vanilla frosting.
Oh God!
I'll tell you what, man.
This tastes like third-degree burns.
Yeah, liquid smoke is either the best or the worst invention for food.
Yeah,
because a lot of people are like, oh, no, I just use a little bit of liquid smoke and, it has a really nice... But then whenever they say a little, they use like a pint and a half of it. And then, well, you know what I mean? I just use a smidgen. And I'm like, okay, for like a full-size freaking, let's talk about a 15-pound turkey. For liquid smoke, you would use like a nickel size. Like you would use just like 5 drops and you're done. And that does the whole freaking bird. But you'll have people that make like a small thing of chicken wings, and they're like, what I think about a cup and a half of liquid smoke should do the trick just right.
Why would you do this to yourself? First off, I'm that weird. I'm not that weird person, but this is another. Either you're for it or against it. I despise liquid smoke. Yep. Nothing can substitute for the real smoke flavor.
I agree totally. Yeah, it's like you can't convince me. Like you're not fooling anyone saying, "Well, these ribs, I cooked them for 13 hours." No, you made them for an hour and a half, and then you used liquid smoke. Like. You can tell the difference.
You use 2 containers of liquid smoke. I can taste it. And,
it's in my eyeballs. I'm like my eyes just squint, and I'm like, it's like on The Simpsons where they eat the lemons, and they're like, these are so good, and their eyes like squint up, like that's what happens to me with liquid smoke.
Oh man,
this might just end up being a food cast. That's fine. I'm all for it, man. Oh goodness! So, anything happen exciting like throughout this week? Anything good? Because I didn't do anything. I didn't watch the freaking pay-per-view. I haven't watched Raw or SmackDown in like a month.
Oh, so you haven't watched the pay-per-view?
It was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It was dad hanging out with his 2 sons. He gets to be cool for the day. He gets to hang out with his sons. That's what it was. At least with the last match.
Right. Yeah, I saw the pictures of him, and he does look so happy to be there. He's like, "See, guys, I'm part of the Shield too." And you're like, "All right, sure."
There was a picture being spread around, like which one. It was either all 3 of them as the Shield, or 3 of them as like Team Angle. I was like, I want Team Angle.
Oh yeah,
I want Team Angle. I want
to see Dean Ambrose be grumpy in a onesie.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
That's all I want.
I was like, it's cool. Yeah. Sure. But yeah, there was like a gang massacre on Monday, and that was pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
Well then.
Well done. Yeah. Oh, so one of the things we did bring up, well, to kind of touch on it, the whole Destiny 2. So Destiny 2 came out on PC. A lot of people got banned, apparently. A lot of programs such as OBS and XSplit, and even if you have a GeForce or NVIDIA card, you get something called the GeForce Experience, which does like overlay stuff. It's how I record all my like West versus backlog, or anytime I need good 60 frames a second footage. Like that's what I use. Apparently those type of overlay systems don't work right. They don't work correctly. But then it was also coinciding with people getting banned. So then there was this big like scare going around that, oh my God, you can't, capture footage or stream Destiny 2 because they're going to ban you. And that's not necessarily the case. I do think it's weird that you can't really use that stuff correctly anyway. Because like I follow a channel on YouTube called Digital Foundry. And if you're a big fan of like the mechanics of a video game, as far as like, here's the rendering engine they used, here's how many frames a second they're trying to target, here's how they do like post-processing effects, like all the really nitty-gritty on how these things are made, go definitely check out Digital Foundry. They're the best on the internet, in my opinion, for like looking at that type of stuff and comparing like, here's the console version and here's the PC version and here's development version that's never been seen before and what did they change. But they talked about that they couldn't run their overlays, like because they do frames per second captures, they compare and contrast over periods of, keeping a game on for hours and hours to see what happens if memory leaks start happening or weird things. They couldn't get any of that data because the software and the hardware even that they used to get that footage wouldn't work on Destiny 2. It would on the consoles, but not on the PC version. And they're like, okay, they're somehow making it difficult to get like frames per second counters. And then so it totally makes sense that something in like a screen capture wouldn't be able to get it, because whatever is causing Digital Foundry not being able to get footage is the same reason why no one else can get footage either. Like it's something with the game. But if they're smart, they're going to hotfix that real quick. Like they're going to, because Twitch is kind of the biggest advertisement platform on the planet right now for video games. you would be foolish not to use Twitch. That's free advertising. It's literally free advertising. Exactly. It's the very definition of it. But now you're running into that whole thing, and we could do a whole separate podcast on this, where you start having, we made fun of the tastemakers on like NeoGAF and shit. But now you're seeing, places like Activision sending free copies. Oh, here's a free copy of Destiny 2. Also, here's 10 free copies to give away to your viewers. Just be sure, you show the game in a fairly positive light. Don't hate on it too bad. They start getting into that wishy-washy, like, ethics area about, you're giving me something, but now you want me to say a certain thing, and I don't know if I'm about that life. But yeah, it's an interesting thing.
I've turned down games from a couple services because they've said, we'll give you this free game. All you got to do is play it and say positive things about it. And I'm like, if I don't like the game, I'm not going to lie to people.
Yeah.
So,
see, and part of me, and this is weird, and you guys could just tell me if this is not a good way to do things. I was kind of tempted, because I've been approached with quite a few games before too. I've been kind of tempted to say yes to every single one of them, because I want to be overly positive about every single one of them. So that way, over the course of like a year, you realize, is he being sarcastic right now? Like, when you start going into that, like,
the long game, you're running the long story.
Yeah, I have like Bad Rats 2, and I'm playing like Bad Rats 2, and I'm like, guys, you got to get this game. This is great. And people are like, he can't be serious. You got to give it a chance. He can't be serious. And then they get the game and they're like, this game fucking sucks. But then over the course of me getting all these really dank, shitty games, like, but saying they're fantastic, I don't know if that would either make my credibility better or worse, because people might get in on the joke and be like, oh, if he loves it, that means that is straight trash and I need to get away from it. Like
it's a total double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very tight line that you get to walk. But like, I think I would take everything. Those dumbass, you guys remember the gamer glasses? It was a big deal on Twitch like a year and a half ago. Like everyone, what were
the Gunners.
Gunners. So I got contacted by them, and I'm gonna call them out like by name. But I got contacted by them, and they're like, "We'd like to send you these glasses." And I was like, "Are they sunglasses?" And like, no, it's, to, put on while you're in front of the computer, because, the computer's frequencies are weird, and, and I was like, so could I use them as sunglasses? And they're like, no, these are not sunglasses. But I kept, I was like, they look like Oakleys. I was like, they look real neat like Oakleys. Can I wear them like my Oakleys? And they're like, we don't recommend wearing these in the sun. Like, we don't do that because it doesn't protect against the sun. It protects against your computer monitor. And I was like, so if I was like outside playing football, and they're like, don't wear them outside. Like, but then they just stopped corresponding with me. And I was like, I don't want your dumb fucking glasses. I don't want them.
I mean, arguably, you could do the same thing with a cheap pair of like lawn care safety glasses, because it's the same tint and everything like that. I mean, I know I've made that joke a couple times where people were just like, you got to take streaming seriously. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So then I pump Sandstorm. I'd put on those. I would put up like a fake donation goal for like a turbo mansion or some shit.
Yeah. It's so good.
And I'm just like, am I being serious enough now, guys? Am I a serious enough streamer?
So good. All you need is the whiteboard like behind you. That way, whenever you get donations, you like write it. Like
that needs to be a character of yours.
What, the pretentious douche? Yeah, that is a character.
Like, I know you do it on streaming. That needs to be transferred to YouTube.
Oh, we need to just do like go after YouTubers, like not by name, but like
I you know what? I think pretentious douche will be the Reboxer.
There you go. Oh, there you go.
This is such an amazing product. Let me go and I got this Roddy Piper towel, and that goes in the bottom of the box. So are you sending it back? No. It's just easier to store.
I'm unboxing for storage and life port.
Oh man.
I would put the t-shirt back in the box, but I'm currently wearing it, and it needs to go into the laundry.
Before I put it back in.
Yeah. Oh, and see, what's so crazy, because you mentioned all the people that are like, you need to take streaming seriously. Those are the same fuckers that the moment you actually start making any kind of money are like, you sold out. Well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, what the fuck? Like, which one? Which one is it there, bucko? Like, do you want to, that?
Am I successful or am I selling out?
Yeah, either way. It's like how Metallica.
Why not both?
Why not both? Shake and bake, and I helped. Like, yeah, totally. Take streaming seriously. It's like, can you imagine being that guy? Like, where your entire... because here's the deal, like, I was in it trying to go full-time and stuff, and then the reason why I got out is it started taking up mental time that should have been dedicated to other stuff,
Yeah.
And then once it gets past that point, it's not fun anymore. So then why in God's name would you bend over backwards and like literally break your back trying to get this thing off the ground that's clearly not getting off the ground? It's just, you gotta call a spade a spade. Gotta call things for what they are.
I mean, there's changing things up, seeing what works, but then there's also, just going completely overboard and being like, all right, well, I'm an affiliate. Let me set my thing to sub-only mode. And
yes. And I'm going to do, this week, I'm going to do 5 24-hour charity marathons. And that's going to build up my goodwill towards the Twitch community. And I'm going to use that incentive to get more regulars. And then I'm going to use that incentive. Once you start like, what's that picture from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? To where what's-his-face has all the pictures on the wall and like yarn is going to each of the pictures and it looks like a Law and Order like detective crime scene thing. Once you start putting those things together, you're done. Like step back, go outside, like play racquetball, like do something different because you're getting too deep. Like, unless you're making $120,000 a year doing this, you don't got to be there. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
There it is. Yeah, and you got to consider the time frame that you, like, the person have in order to do this.
Yeah.
Like with Kami, you had like a year of doing Twitch streaming straight.
Yeah.
Before you had to consider, finding a real job. If this person that has no like sort of time frame do the same thing, and he's able to build his audience and such, then maybe he will be more in the sense successful in a way because he doesn't have to worry about like bills or roof over your head. Where you had a time frame, like this has to work within this time frame, and if it doesn't, then it didn't work.
That's the ballgame. Exactly. So I mean, and I've told my wife this. I was like, oh God, if we won the lottery, hell yeah, then it wouldn't matter. Like, fuck, I could stream 12 hours a day and not make any money, and it's still fine.
There you go.
Because
you still got your lottery money.
You're taken care of. Like, you're handling your shit. You're getting it done. Like, it's fine. But, whenever people are telling, like, oh, you need to... And here's the other thing. Like, you need to take... You need to take Twitch streaming... Yeah, you need to take it more seriously. Like, you're the only person Twitch streaming. It's like, if they don't like the way you're doing your content, fucking go somewhere else. Like, there's over 3 million people per month that Twitch stream, by the way. So if you want to talk about an over-flooded market, like, there are 3 million active streamers. 3 million.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And you're trying to figure out how to stand out between all of them.
Yeah, no fucking way. Like, I would just do your own thing. Like, just do the things that you like. Maybe get ideas that you see from other people. Figure out what you. Be yourself. Figure out what you bring to the table. That maybe someone's not as strong at, or something that you're trained in. Hell, like fucking Moriarty's a perfect example of that. building an entire audience based on like cross stitching and hell, that you already now your whole like viewership went from a potential of you're competing against 3 million other people to how many other people cross stitch on Twitch.
Yeah,
there's a few actually, not like a big amount, but there's quite a bit.
Yeah, so there's a
building.
Yeah,
like not I guess audience.
There's enough of an interest. Yeah, there's enough of an interest to have a lot of viewers, but it's not so oversaturated that you're just like in the weeds.
Right.
So that's kind of the perfect place to be, because then you're going to build the dedicated community while it's still this up and coming, let's buckle up our bootstraps type of stuff. And then let's say it does explode. And over the next 3 years or so, you have, 300,000 people that just cross-stitch on Twitch. And it becomes like the platform for that. Then you were in on the ground floor. Like you're going to inherit, you're going to get kind of grandfathered in. And then the people that are there with you now are definitely going to be with you later. So, I mean, that's what to do. I mean, speedrunning is another perfect example. That really started taking off over the past like 2 or 3 years because of, Summer Games Done Quick, Awesome Games Done Quick, those type of speedrunning marathons. Now more people are getting into it, but the people that kind of started doing that as their own thing on Twitch are now people like hosting the Awesome Games Done Quick every year, and they're in Vegas all the time, like doing speedrunning sessions, and it's crazy. So that's the thing.
We had one of our own, Leonis, like started out from nothing and just speed run all of his streams, and then he built up an audience because
he did.
The like-minded people found him and like they stuck around, and now he's on speedrunner Leonis.
Yeah, he is, and he's on the official Final Fantasy speedrun team.
Right.
And you're like, fuck, man. Like, but I always love hearing about that type of stuff. And we've all talked about this, but I think it's a bigger honor, like seeing people that watch us and like, maybe I could do it. And we say this, it feels like we say this every episode, but if you're feeling that, if you're like, you know what, I like laughing at Brothering Around. They got a lot of good insight. Maybe I could make a podcast, or, I like to watch Todd. I like to watch his crazy antics on Twitch. I'm a big fan of his. You know what? Maybe I should try out this streaming thing. Fucking do it, man. Like, go for it.
I like watching reaction videos, so let me do what Marco's doing.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff.
I'm really into collectible cards and unboxings. Yeah, I'm going after that commie market.
I'm looking after those dang fucking that dang fucking cards. Don't get into that racket, kids. You're gonna be elbow deep in cardboard before you know it.
There you go.
But yeah,
I literally read a comment today saying like, because somebody got limited ads on their videos, and one guy was like, "No, you deserve to get limited to no ads because you're doing reaction videos, and reaction videos are trash because you're just doing other people's content, and you're making content from their content, and it's not real stuff." I was like, motherfucker, if they can do it, then let them do it.
Well,
on my perspective, I wasn't even in that like, oh man, I'm never gonna do reaction videos. I was like, oh well, that's cool. I can't do it at the moment.
Yeah.
But maybe one of these days I'll do it. And they're like, and the whole thing with me and you at Wes were like, oh, I don't know if I want to cross that line. It wasn't so much of I had this higher pride of like, oh, I'm never gonna do that because that's trash.
It's beneath me.
Like, come on, fuck that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, and it's funny because that same rationale, how dare you do a reaction video? You're using someone else's content. What the fuck do you think a Let's Play is?
Exactly.
Jesus Christ. Like, you're playing through a 140-hour game. Like, you didn't make that game. I promise you.
Right. And you're doing director's commentary. You're like, motherfucker, you didn't make the game.
Yeah, there's a big ass. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's a big ass credits that goes on for 25 minutes and your fucking name ain't on it. That's yeah. So I mean, that's the thing is it's all you just got to find out what you like to do and what and I've even been thinking about trying a different format on like Commilog, because it's just Commilog's become a brand that it kind of has everything that I don't know where to put it. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna go retro game shopping. This is cool. All right, now I'm gonna do a pickups video. That's cool. Well, now I'm going to do a video log where I talk about, what kind of my ideas are. That's cool, right? And then on this one, what I'm going to talk, it just starts muddy in the water. And it's like, okay, do I need to actually start dedicating different playlists or different branding to these different ideas? Or is Commilog just always going to be a place where my random videos go, which is fine, but I just have to make that choice.
Yeah, it's kind of like thinking about if you want to go over, if you want to make a second channel sort of thing.
Yes, exactly. And like, do I want to do that time upkeep? What if I start not doing one channel as opposed to the other? And what does that mean for my Twitch stream? And what does that be? There's a lot of moving parts. And, even talking with all you guys, we all have very, not similar ideas necessarily, but I think we're all in a similar space about where do we want to go and what, sure, we're going to dabble a little bit here and there, but what do we really want to focus on? And should we be a dedicated channel to one specific type of thing because it's being successful right now? Or should we do a little bit here and a little bit there? And that's always going to be the question. That's like the question for the ages is, it always kind of falls back to that. But
it goes back to niche or general thing.
Yeah. And I think your best bet's a little bit of both. And we talked about that at Grand Fleet. Yeah, last episode, that was your first episode. Amazing, awesome. I think we even got some comments saying that the advice we gave was really good and really sound. And we appreciate that. We're just trying to help the fellow creators of the world try to figure things out. Just know you're not alone. If you're in that same mindset of like, I don't know quite which way to go, and I feel good about this, but I also kind of want to do this. Like, everyone's right there with you.
Think of it like college. You got to experiment.
Yeah,
I mean,
true. Yeah,
there you
go. That's right. I mean, there's like substances. You know what I mean? Just just do your thing. No.
I mean, it might be gaming, it might be unboxing. For some reason, it may be
liquid smoke
card games.
Yeah, it might be
collectible with liquid smoke.
It could be just satire.
Liquid smoke.
You might be just doing satire on shit.
Could be going to weird, like locked in frat parties. You never know. I mean, just things happen. You know what I mean? Just one thing led to another.
Yep.
That old slippery slope.
I know. I love that saying, though. I actually was talking to my wife about this. That saying of one thing led to another. Well, fucking course it did. Like, that's how stories work. One thing led to another.
One thing led to another.
I mean, what can I say?
And I'm doing reaction videos.
Well, yeah. Right.
One thing led to another, and Wes started doing.
That's right, man. Now I have a credit card debt because of my Pokemon cards.
Oh man.
No, ironically, it's actually like the type of stuff I'm interested in with the card game type of thing is way cheaper than keeping up with new video games. Oh my god.
Really?
Oh god, yeah, because it's like, a new pack came out for this month. It's $12.99. And I'm like,
okay.
Oh, great. And they're like, these 5 games came out this month. Every single one of them is $89.99. And you're like, fuck. Like, god damn.
And I have to have them that very day.
Yeah, I gotta be on day 1 edition. My Shadow of Mordor won't work right if I don't have the sword of Osgiliath.
I'm also going to throw this out there as advice for people. If you're going to stream and there's a game you're hyped about, then fine. But don't be a day 1 streamer on stuff.
Ooh.
It's honestly like the kiss of death.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's the unspoken rule, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, pretty much, but people still do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've fallen into that trap a few times,
Yeah, I think I did that with Total Warhammer.
What's the spacing? What's the spacing of days? Like a week, a month?
I mean, what I would say is, if you're gonna play it, like, I'll take like Destiny, right? Destiny 2.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's playing Destiny 2 right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's one of those things. Play it off stream.
Mm-hmm.
Get a feel for the game. Do what you got to do, and then like a month down the road, then then start streaming it as, if you want it to be regular content, do it as regular content. Yeah. And I mean, I know in Destiny 1 you had 3 character slots, so you can have like, oh, I'm going to start fresh with this subclass or whatever, you know, and it's no big deal. It's just, I mean, even WWE 2K18 kind of gives you that option of like, you like for your career, you have 3 slots for it. And I was just like, that's actually rather nice. And I started thinking about it. I'm like, should I do one for myself, one for stream, and one for YouTube? And then I found out that WWE is monetizing every WWE 2K18 video going out there.
Carnies.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm like, nah.
And that's a good take. I think is, if you're really excited about the game anyway, go ahead and play it day one, because if you're passionate, you know, it's going to show.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, and we're talking about the nitty gritty. We're talking about like just the back alley shit, like unboxings and reaction videos. Yeah. So I'll tell you who is the seediest of the seedy. The people,
like the scummiest.
Just the nastiest, the dirtiest, filthy.
The dirty
the dirty birdie is. Here's what it is, man. And you'll know these people because they always do it. On Twitch, they'll figure out what somebody like Soda Poppin' is playing, or they'll find out what like Lyric or, you know, Towley's usually playing World of Warcraft, but like somebody who, you know, has upwards of like 40 or 50,000 live viewers, and no matter what they're doing, they could be cooking, they could be doing whatever, they are gonna put that they are also playing that game. To hopefully get that trickle down.
Other people.
Soda Poppin's playing some weird, funny Japanese puzzle game. Oh, I'm playing that game too. Fuck you. No, you're not. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I love that game. I play it every day. Get out of here, you fucker. Like, you don't play that.
I've seen some of those people. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
What you doing?
And from the live stream side of things, you're going to get people that are going to pop in and tell you to get fucking good or whatnot. And I mean, don't listen to them. I mean, if you're enjoying the game, then you're enjoying the game, no matter how good you are at it or not. I mean, I played Destiny 1 and I enjoyed the first year until we found out all about the shady shit that happened with it. But
right.
I mean, oh, hey, the Taken King expansion was actually supposed to be on the main disc of the original game.
Yeah.
Really? Isn't that something? Yeah, it got pulled off the disc because they wanted to work on it more, which is code for Activision told them this is DLC now.
Yeah. I bet Activision's one of those people that like, what's Soda Poppin' playing? We're playing that too. That's Activision. Activision life.
What can we? Activision's more like, what can we have Soda Poppin' play?
Yeah, Soda Poppin', please, sir, please look over here. We have a thing I think you'd be very interested in.
PewDiePie, can you please play our game?
Oh God!
PewDiePie, on your next anti-Semitic video, can you please mention our? We have a really cool DLC pack coming out. Can you please mention that during your next hate speech? Thank you.
And if you put it in a good light, we won't demonetize your video.
Yeah, that's where it's starting to get fucking scandalous. It's like, you know, if you say some nice things about this, we could just whitelist that on YouTube. We could just let that on through. You know, I'm just saying.
That happened with like a indie film that had like so many views and likes, or actually not as many like views and likes, but it was listed like on like, you know, like the spotlight page or something. Mm-hmm. It was like, how the fuck did that get through? And then like none of like anybody else of anybody making content not get listed, but that one did. I was like, that fucking back alley deals shit,
right, man. Ugh, gross.
Yeah,
it's a cruel world out there, kids.
Yes, it is.
Just know what you get yourselves into, guys. Because I mean, if you listen back to Brothering Around 13, when I made my first appearance, I even said, not doing it for the money. I mean, it's one of those things. No way. If you do it for the money, you're just going to completely fuck yourselves.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's true. That's absolutely true.
I mean, do it for your own happiness. Do it for do it to hang out with people that you enjoy hanging out with. I mean, you know, there was always a great phrase that great streamer and you know him, Maury, Nino.
Yeah, oh yes.
And somebody asked him one time, well, you know, to you, what's streaming like? He goes, it's like hanging out in my living room and just playing games with my friends, except for I don't have to wear pants. And I mean, it was.
That's fair. Yeah, totally.
Exactly.
That's exactly.
And
right.
I mean, I died at that because I thought that was hilarious, but it's so fucking truthful. That's exactly what streaming should be.
Yes.
It should be just, and yes, old man saying this is what it should be. It should be just you hanging out with people you enjoy hanging out with. I mean, more people are going to go, well, what's going on over there, and check you out. And, unless you're buried in the categories because you're playing something that's super fucking popular at the time. I mean, even then you still get buried, but, or if you're doing creative, you know, sorry for all the creative people that get completely buried because Twitch doesn't like listing their fucking content.
A shame, because here's the worst part about it. Like, I'm a huge fan of Penn and Teller, the magicians. And they always love whenever a magician, like whenever they're reviewing people and stuff, they always love when a magician does something like play an instrument. Normally, you know, people would poo-poo it. No, why are you bringing an instrument into a weird, like, that's dumb. But Penn would always say, he was like, oh, I always love seeing a magician play an instrument because it shows me they know how to do something. And that's, you know what I mean? And that's part of the hilarity of it. But like, out of all the things on Twitch, the food stuff and the creative stuff is people actually fucking doing something. They're doing something awesome. They have a talent. They have a skill. They have something other than sitting and playing a fucking video game. But that's what we're going to bury? Is the talented people? The people with actual, like, genuinely, like, here's what we provide to the human race. Like, we're creating art. At least they stopped
banning them for doing it.
Yeah. Oh, that was.
You remember those days? That was bullshit.
Absolutely, I do. Like, the biggest irony in the world is that Justin TV, you know, Justin.tv was a big thing, and it was a bunch of IRL streams, and it was a bunch of cooking shows, and it was a bunch of art. And they were like, you know what? This isn't making any money. Let's go to video games, and we're going to cut off Justin.tv, and we're going to call it Twitch.tv. And they start doing that, and they're like, all right, we're the video game capital of the world. All right, baby, woohoo. And then, you know, playing all the games, and like, you know what we need? We need some social eating. And people are like, what? Like, what the fuck? So then, and I loved it whenever social eating came out, because Todd, you made me laugh every single time. Because it was perfect. It was almost like performance art. Whenever you would do your social eating stuff. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, there would be a lot of times where it would just be you smacking into the mic. Like,
yeah, I mean,
it was like, so good because you would just tune in and it's Todd just going for like 20 minutes. Nose talking.
Then I would also get people coming in and they're just like chew louder or do this or do that.
Oh god.
And you know, it got to a point, and I know I discussed it with you guys, where I said to them, like, you want to direct? Fucking pay talent. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm not a cam whore unless you pay me enough. You know, like that's how it is.
Give me all those bits.
You know, pay me my money. My favorite 5 words. Because money's 2 syllables. But yeah, just shenanigans, man. And now, yeah, they went on the whole board of, oh, well, now let's bring out like the creative stuff, which is great. They should have. Like, I was even looking whenever I was kind of on my painting stint, which, spoiler alert, I'm probably going to get back on that before too long.
Nice.
Because I'm actually doing some of that at work, and I was like, hey, I remember being okay at this. So then I'm going to hop back into it. But now there's like other streaming websites specifically for painting and drawing. Like, now that the technology, like Twitch has shown that streaming technology is where it needs to be, as far as like server side maintenance and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's one called, I think, Picarto, like PICARTO.TV, which is, from what I understand, it's almost like DeviantArt, but for like creative live streamers. So it's like this whole network specifically for illustrators, painters, like traditional and digital, like the whole nine. Anything creative, you could go on Picarto and they probably have a thing for it. So there are other resources, and I'm like, you know, if Twitch isn't careful, man, these other, I mean, leave it to the artists to make good art websites. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to do it. They're going to out-Twitch Twitch easy. They're going to give people what they want as far as, like, you know, copyright stuff is going to be different on Picarto than it is on Twitch. There's going to be these little treehouse websites built on the things that Twitch kind of dropped the ball on. And good. I want there to be a huge community for creative arts on the internet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people deserve that. That's a thing that you need to show off your skills, and you're bringing true talent out to the masses. You should be rewarded for that, and you should have an audience. But the people like the Get Good or, you know, what are they bringing to any of it? Nothing.
No,
like
they're not bringing a goddamn thing.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily agree with the whole, because I know a lot of professional wrestlers say you can't criticize professional wrestling unless you are a professional wrestler. And it's like, that's not, I see where they're coming from, and part of that I agree. Yeah. But I'm not a chef, but I can tell you if food tastes bad. Like, I don't need to know how to make the meal in order to tell you it didn't turn out right. Like, it's just, it is what it is. Yeah, so there's just a lot going on all these creative platforms, and it's kind of hard to keep your head straight on it. But if you just do what makes you happy, just sincerely, just do what makes you happy. Like, that's why the reaction videos are taking off for Marco, because this is a thing he's wanted to do for a long ass time. I remember we talked about this shit back in like 2012, man. We talked about it way back when. And now it's finally happening. And you can tell, because you have a certain energy in those videos, that not every reaction video person has. Like, you can watch other reaction videos, and but then on the flip side, you have, here's what my prediction for Todd's meh reaction videos. They're actually going to become some of the most successful things. And then Todd, you're gonna wake up one day and be like, "Oh shit, I'm actually doing like real reaction videos now." Like, you're gonna go from like doing the gimmick version of it to like slowly.
I mean, legitimately, I try to do like
the Black Panther one was good. Like, that was a good reaction video.
Yeah. I need Todd and maybe you, Wes, if you're on Facebook more. I need you to join these groups. So like, I know you guys don't need the sharing of the groups, but it's getting more eyes on the videos, and like that can come with results. You know?
Oh yeah.
And like that's where the people that hey, I like Todd's stuff that's where it can start from.
That's true.
From a newer audience perspective than who you have now, sort of thing.
And I think that's true because I mean, I could be tooting our own horns or whatever, and I'm pretty biased, I know. But I think all four of us are at a spot to where all we need is eyeballs. We just need people to look at the product. Like, it's at a point now, I feel 100% confident showing over the past, calendar year, really, any of one of our four pieces of content to anyone and saying, like, you're going to have a good time with this. Like, you're going to be able to watch this and get something out of it. I promise. So now all it needs is eyeballs. Now it just needs people. And, we talk kind of smack on those like Facebook groups and stuff like that. But you're absolutely right. Hell, we're getting freaking comments on YouTube archive episodes of Brothering Around now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sweet.
Yeah, exactly. So like, it's working. It just even the smallest bit of actual advertisement, because all four of us kind of have the same idea about advertising. Like, we don't want to push our agenda onto people. We don't want to tell people like what to look at. You know, if they like it, they'll find it. You know, build it, they will come. That type of stuff. But like, just giving like, hey, by the way, we do this thing. It's funny. You can come listen to it. That's all you got to do. Like, I need to get better about that.
Here's where I'm coming from all this. So yeah, like with the whole people commenting on the podcast, I shared the video like once in a thread, and that's what happened in a specific thread where it was like participation is suggested, sort of thing. But you know, you had comments, you had likes, you had views up there, right? Something happened, there was a reaction to it. So I was like, okay, well, if this worked well once, you know, keep doing it over and over again every single day. It's becoming kind of like a routine of mine. Yeah. Just to go in these groups and you know, if I have anything new, I'll post like, hey, I got this video. Hey, I got this video. All these groups. Even the more specific participation is suggested, sort of thing. Yeah. Like it'll get more eyes on the product. And if these groups are like the groups that I'm joining are like, oh, there's like 2,500 people. There's like 16,000 people in this group. Like, I'm gonna put my video or whatever in these groups, so like maybe whoever can out of that number can see the video, sort of thing. So like, yeah, definitely we'll try. It doesn't hurt to try.
Absolutely. Well, right? Yeah, and that's the thing, because if every one of those people looked at it one time, congrats, bro, you just got a video with 16,000 views. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, that's if every single one like viewed it and liked it and commented, like, dude, then we're golden.
They just made your month. You know, like monetarily even.
But the reality is, like, not everybody's going to look at it unless you find the like-minded people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's where I'm coming from.
And then the goal, I guess, the end game is hopefully someone stumbles upon the stuff and then they really like it enough to come back.
Or they share it with their circle of people.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh shit, this guy's hilarious. Yeah.
It becomes viral. And, yeah,
man. But I think, you know,
you get your first your first 10,000 plaque. You get your first 100,000 plaque, and then boom, you're influencer.
Yep. Now you're a tastemaker. Just swirl around that Mountain Dew.
Yeah, there you go. Jeff Keighley.
That's right. Boys. That's right. Yeah, we them boys. Just go and do some food reviews of your microwave burritos. And the pallets, the cleansing, it smells of rich mahogany. But I think that's it for the old podcast. I mean, do we have anything else like super pressing coming up? We did say we were going to wing this one. We literally got online, talked about William Regal and Tajiri, and then pulled a
like Oreo cookies.
Yeah, and that was it. And then it became legend.
And content creation again.
Once again, yeah. I sense a theme. But hey, it is what it is, and hopefully we do become. Yeah. Hey, if we become the podcast that people listen to every week to get like Loveline-esque advice with their content creation, I am A-okay with that. I am A-okay with that, man. That's right. We should do a call-in show.
There you go.
If you guys have any questions about content creation, if you're watching the YouTube thing, just drop it in the comments, and we will try to get back to you on that.
Absolutely. I will definitely respond. I'm enough of a shill that I respond to every single comment. There was one comment. There was one comment on my guitar unboxing video that said my room looked like a 12-year-old's room because it had all the video posters and stuff. But then I thumbs up it and liked it, and I was like, "You're right." And that's all I said.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. You bet your ass it does. Yeah, I don't care. Like that's the one thing if those comments just make me laugh, like more than anything, and then I will thumbs up them, which gets on their nerves even more. And I'm like, yeah, I'll push it. I'll pin this comment. It made me laugh. But yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, Twitch is bringing just some more stuff. Like they're bringing raids. They're bringing. They're doing some weird thing. What do they call it? Like
subscription gifting.
Yeah, subscription gifting, which is cool. They're doing something else, which is where you like hype a reveal. What is that called?
Oh, okay.
It's called something weird. It sounds very cultish. It's like
I posted the.
It was like the ritual or whatever?
Yeah, the ritual. I was like, the fuck is this?
I didn't understand that either. I thought that was really fucking weird.
The ritual. Oh, set a date and time and your people will be there. And you're like,
oh god,
some like Kool-Aid shit. We're gonna drink it. Yeah, Heaven's Gate, man. That's what's gonna happen.
I was gonna say Heaven's Gate. Drink the Kool-Aid. Put a blanket over your head.
Fucking
put on your white Nikes.
Yep, we're all gonna be eunuchs after this.
There you go.
Stream summary, premieres, raids. Like we've been doing raids for God knows how long. So it's like.
But now it's gonna be like an actual command as opposed to like slash host. It's gonna be slash raid.
Yeah, and I guess
because that makes all the fucking difference.
I wonder if the functionality, and this would be the slight tweak, but I think it would be kind of genius, is if you did slash raid, would it then use your chat? Would their chat become your chat? You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of just loading the video and then you have your own separate chat because it's like twitch.tv/Moriarty time, but now we're watching Todd. If you went / raid Todd EVF, would then your chat like become Todd's chat? And that way everybody that's all in your viewer list automatically is in not only his viewer list, but now you're all chatting with Todd's people. Because that would be pretty slick. But
that sounds very difficult on the back end.
Yeah, I was like, that sounds like a headache. Maybe even just like an emulated version of like just weird deals, because they kind of do that where they cut up different chat rooms and you click that little button and you can pick what chat room you want to be in.
Oh yeah.
But I wonder if they could automate that a little better.
If they could integrate it, that'd be good.
What is this achievements bullshit?
Oh yeah.
Because we need achievements in Twitch.
Yeah.
Sure. We have
streamers, affiliates, and partners. Status is a dream. Achievements clarify those requirements, encourage creators to learn streaming best practices and interact with their communities. So basically doing what we've been fucking doing.
Yeah.
When you get achievements, you need to blow the air horn like bah, 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 bah.
Oh god.
Like your first stream.
If I get achievements, I will initiate a ritual.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because rituals make it easier for you to celebrate special moments. Achievements are special moments.
It's true.
Or do a reaction video of your achievements.
Yeah.
Like,
just
I don't know if they could have come up with a worse name for that.
Ritual. Like, holy shit.
Ritual.
Fucking escalated very quickly.
Quickly.
And now you can you're going to be able to create separate spaces within your chat for rooms and shit. Like what?
See,
that's exactly.
Now we got the elite going on. Like
let's divide up chat even more.
We're not hanging with those peons.
We're
gonna have our own room.
Instead of banning users, I'm gonna hashtag sacrifice, and then it's gonna. Yeah, like I'm just thinking of what the future of Twitch holds. Like if we're gonna be doing rituals, then we're gonna do like blood sacrifices, and
yeah.
Well, I mean, we're still waiting on affiliates to get the privilege, sadly, to run ads on their stream, which was supposed to happen anytime now, but
it hasn't happened yet. Okay,
no, it hasn't.
Surprise!
And I'm thankful it hasn't, because you know what's going to happen. I don't like bad mouthing people, but you're going to get the little shits that just got their affiliate status. You know, they got their emotes approved and stuff like that. And every 30 minutes, I'm going to run an ad, guys.
Yeah.
And they're going to do that constantly. It's just like,
just get paid.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's nice. One thing streamers need to do is take a break. But I mean, there's ways to do it without running ads.
Oh yeah.
And with everybody using fucking Twitch Prime, like
yeah, exactly.
You're not getting the ads.
Yeah.
Yep.
So who are you targeting these ads at now?
Yeah,
like
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I know Twitch is doing Twitch Presents, and they have like they're running anime stuff back to back right now, and they're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Which, by the way, that fucking show is the most hilarious thing in the world because it makes no goddamn sense. That whole show, Yu-Gi-Oh! Like they literally just make up rules as they go along. Like there's no rhyme or reason to any of it. Like you got your Blue Eyes White Dragon. Well, I have this helicopter that counters Blue Eyes White Dragon. And you're like, what the fuck? Like that's a thing? And the answer
I mean, what's your attack points? What's your defense?
Yeah,
mine
that's the helicopter come with Shane McMahon.
Yeah, probably. He jumps out and hits.
That's its attack.
It's 1200. It's 1200.
That's a trap card.
But if you play it in defense mode, it's Sting. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Sting comes out in defense mode.
There you go with the bat.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's defending the helicopter. But like the little deal that he wears, the little outfit that he wears to come down on it never quite fits right. So he looks like a gumpy little boy on like his first merry-go-round where he's like
he got hung on a coat hanger.
Yeah, his arms are out straight to his side. He's like, like his suit doesn't fit.
I do believe it would have to be a summons, though. I mean, you would have to sacrifice something to bring out helicopter.
Oh, yeah.
But if you do it wrong, instead of Sting coming down, you get 7.
Oh,
so you have to sacrifice a mod.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah. You sacrifice that, and then that plays it to the level 2 version of that card. And that's I literally just started learning Yu-Gi-Oh! Like yesterday, and I'll tell you what,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is really easy to learn.
See, I don't think so, because Magic is getting easier, but now they're like, but the reason why it's hard for me is it's like, now we're going to learn XY summoning, and now we're going to learn pendulum summoning, and now we're going to learn legacy punch. And I was like, the fuck does this mean? So
arguably, like all those new summon methods, I don't know those. Like, I don't know the XY summon. I don't know the pendulum summon. Give me regular special summon, give me tribute summon, and give me the ritual summons.
Yeah, right.
Give me those 3. I can do those.
Yeah.
I can do those exceedingly well. I mean, you don't need to have something where it's like, oh, hey, look at that. First turn, I have 2 level 8 monsters on the field. And you're like, what the fuck? Well, I pendulum summoned it. Like, it's your first fucking turn, guy. Like, I believe you were cheating.
Yeah.
It's in the rules.
Oh, there it is. Episode 9.
I wrote it in there. It's like, what the fuck?
Episode 9, where Yu-Gi-Oh! Plays the little kobold creature and he makes infinite of them so that no one can win the game. That's actually a fucking thing that happens, by the way. Like, Yugi just gets upset that he can't win, so then he starts summoning infinite of something. And they're like, wow, Yugi, that's a great move. Now this game will never end. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, you can't do that. Like, you cheating bastard.
I mean, if you're going to do that, you have to burn away the other person's deck, too. So they have nothing to draw, which causes a forfeit.
Yeah.
But
and, like, of course, that's 5 episodes long. If we thought, like, Dragon Ball was bad about cliffhangers, holy shit. Oh, my God. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was like, next time on Yu-Gi-Oh! Will Joey finally learn how to buckle his belt buckle?
Joey Wheeler.
I love Joey Wheeler so much because he's the most like racist sort of like New Jersey, what a Japanese person thinks. Like, hey, babidi boopa, hey, spicy meatball. Like, that's how he is.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. What are you? I'm walking here. Where,
Come on.
Here's your baba.
I'm doing this for my sister.
Yeah, my sister. She's sick, you know? I'm going to play the cards. What are you going to do, huh?
Has Bandit
Keith that'll break your legs.
I'm gonna call Mitzi Mumbatso, and he's gonna come over, and we're gonna talk about this. All right?
Need some stone galoshes.
Yeah, stone galoshes.
God.
Put the car in the garage. That's what we're gonna do. Joey
over
Wheeler.
the harbor.
Joey Wheeler is a true brother, man. He is the brother on Yu-Gi-Oh! For sure. Or another guy who literally wears and Todd, you have to actually Google image search this for everybody. It's a guy named America. His name is actually America. And he
sweet Jesus.
That's his name.
Yeah, and he has the Oakley, he has the Gunners.
America.
Yeah, he has Gunners on. He has like the Jesse Ventura American flag bandana.
Post a picture on the chat on the thing.
It's good.
I already got it.
It's good, man.
Dude, Bandit Keith, man. I put his picture on my Facebook. Like,
it's Mr.
4th of July. Oh, dude, he's America.
That is America.
Oh God,
he is.
It's
so good.
I don't think he's exactly Trump's America. He may be like maybe Bush's America.
Yeah, he's Bush's America. Yeah, I was about to say, like, good call. He's Reagan. He's Reagan. He's still Hollywood.
Reagan America, you know.
He's still Hollywood, but he's not as offensive. You know.
Oh man, Bandit Keith. Yeah, he's my boy.
See, true brothers. Joey Wheeler, Bandit Keith.
Bandit Keith.
I don't think Yugi is. Yugi's a little drama. We'll have to see.
Oh yeah?
We'll have to, yeah, well, because he's very existential, like, I need to make another version of myself.
I'm amazed you're watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually. Yeah. Some Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime.
Yeah, man.
You're watching
that old school shit. They're doing it right now on Twitch. I think it's Twitch Presents. Go to twitch.tv/Twitch Presents, and they got it on cycle, on loop. So I was watching that, I was like, man. Cool. What Joey Wheeler.
That's some bullshit, Yugi.
That's bullshit.
You call him bullshit on Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh man.
Every country in the world belongs to America. Just electric guitars in the background.
Yeah.
Bald eagles everywhere.
Yep.
And they're all crying. All the bald eagles are just constantly in a state of crying.
Every country in the world belongs to America. That's hilarious.
Oh, but that's it I think that's it for episode number 42 of Brothering Around, man. Ended it on the high note. Mr. Bandit Keith himself.
Bandit Keith.
That's great. I'm definitely a fan. And the slightly uncomfortably racist Joey Wheeler. It just makes me laugh, dude. It just, because if you watch it now, it's bad. It's real bad.
Yeah.
But that is what it is. Hey, I'm walking here.
Let me talk to you.
Come over here for a minute. No, it's all good. Hey, be cool, man. Be cool.
Look at
Joey. Look at that hair. Look at that.
Oh man. Oh, he has my old haircut too. Damn it.
the Leonardo DiCaprio part down the middle.
Yeah, part in the middle. Damn. Okay.
That's right. Well, that bowl cut with a mullet in the back. That's it, man.
There you go.
That's the MacGyver, is what that is.
The MacGyver. Yep.
Oh. But that's it, guys. I am Wes Gardner, Comedy Hobo, and for Marco Flores, Moriarty, and Todd, Bandit Keith, and Joey Wheeler, we will see you all next time here on Brothering Around. Bobbity boopa.